All right, guys. Good evening, good morning, and good afternoon, depending on where you are watching this video from. Actually, I was supposed to go live with you guys, but due to some reasons, I was not available. So I just said I should make this video and drop it for you guys. So it's actually the market review for uh, 3rd of November, which is Monday. And now I just want to walk us through so you just know what I'm looking out for the week. So starting from what you can see here, firstly, before we start analyzing the markets, we are supposed to go through the fundamentals, the news, so we know um, the news that's fundamentals that are coming out for the day and also for the week. But we would actually be working on the fundamentals for the day. Possibly we'll be dropping updates on others during the days of the week. But for 3rd of November, which is Monday, the news we are having, I think we are having some nice amount of news. But we have just two to three high impact news. So the ones with yellow for starters are low impact news. That's news that are having low impact in the financial market, while the ones with red are the ones that are having high impact, the one that moves the market, while the ones that are somehow not that bright is the ones I think gold in color um, are the medium ones, the ones that most times are not too high or not too low. But the ones with high impact are the ones that move the market. So now we'll be having news um, by 1 a.m. That's the AUD EMA inflation gauge for the month. We also have Japanese, that is the JPY, which is having their bank holiday. That's for Monday. And we have AUD, we have CNY, we have CHF, we have euros, and the United States dollar, even the Canadian dollar and the pounds are also having news today, but they are less of impact. Just that the CHF and the USD are having high impact news. The Canadian dollar will also be having a high impact news at 7:30 p.m. So what this is just trying to make us understand is we know that any market we are trading should be mindful of the news at this given time. So you know what to do. If you're already in a trade, you know you are supposed to adjust your stop loss. If you are not yet in the trade, you wait for the news. If you are not trading the news, but I don't trade the news, but if you are not trading the news, you are advised to stay out of the market. But if you are trading the news, you can trade the news. But if you are in a running trade, you are advised to adjust your stop loss to secure the little one you have in case the news doesn't go in your favor. Now let's head to the chart. Firstly, I'll be starting with XAU which is gold, and this is what I'm seeing on gold. Now, gold, we are still bullish on gold, just that I noticed last week this triple top here. There's kind of a strong resistance here, which the market respected 3 times. That's the one touch, two touch, and three. So also I'm also seeing this chart pattern. I know I dropped the chart pattern PDF on the group. I don't know if you guys have gone through it. But if you see this chart pattern, we are looking out for the next move. But this is what um I'm still looking out for. I'm looking out for the market to come down, take out the liquidity that is still here, then push to the upside. This is what I'm looking out for. Market coming down to take out these guys and move to the upside, or possibly to this end here. But either ways, I'll kind of be securing my profits within the market run. But if it doesn't do that way, I mean it's the market, but that's what I'm looking out for on XAU USD. Then the next one is GBP USD. Now GBP USD, I'm actually in a running trade. I think the market took me out here last week, took me out on this trade and triggered this other one, which I'm still running, which is still running. And also I also had a pending order here, which is yet to trigger also to the buy side. And now this was what I saw last week. I was hoping the market gets here, take out these guys and move. But like I said earlier, it's the market, it does its thing. It took out these guys and respected the zone below that zone, which I also had an order, and I gave it enough stop loss as I gave space for the market to breathe, which is now currently running, is actually currently still running. But I'll still look forward to adding orders here. Also, I would also check the news. Once it's time for the news to play out, it's either I secure the profit I have or adjust my stop loss. So either ways, I don't leave the river without water. So when you are in a trade and you see you are having profits, little profit, you have to secure that profit, because in cases like when the news is coming out, so we have to secure that profit so we don't leave the river without water. No matter how small, we have to live with something. So this is my bias. I'm still looking forward to the buy side. I'm still bullish on GBP USD. But if there's an update in the news, I will let you guys know in the group. Unlike last week, I think I took less trades last week because I was kind of having much activities. But let's see how this week goes. Let's see how this week goes. So still on my watch list, I have US 30. Now US 30 is basically the top 30 companies in United States, which is also known as Dow Jones. So currently I'm still having a trade running there. Actually, my position was at this FVG zone here. I don't know if you can see this fair value gap here. So my position was here waiting for it, and it triggered. It came in and triggered, but I was not on seat to take this trade. But you can see it's actually running on profit. I was not on seat to take this trade, but this is what I'm still looking out for. I'm looking out for the market to come down and still retest this zone, because I still feel liquidity for here to there's liquidity here for it to come and take out. So I'm still looking for a double bottom or a retracement to this zone here. This zone here, around here, maybe possibly I can now join the move, something like this. I can now join the move to the upside. US 30, please note, US 30 is also very volatile, just like the gold. I think I've not had time to compare them, but Dow Jones is also volatile. You can just check it on Google. US 30, US 30. Yes, it refers to the Jones Industrial Average, a stock market index that tracks the performance of 30 large publicly traded companies in the United States. That's actually the top 30 companies in the United States being traded uh, in um, this current chart, this market. So it's their performance put together that is being traded here. So if you go, so we have GBPAUD, GBPAUD. Now let me walk us through the okay, because of this FVG here, I feel it will come here to fill it. Okay, now let me walk us through the top down analysis on the GBPAUD. Now this is GBPAUD from the monthly time frame, which is the top down analysis. Um, let me zoom in. Let me zoom in. So from what I can see, is actually from here, it's actually moving to the upside, and it came here to take out this to retest this zone and also take out the liquidity that was here. So if I should step down to the weekly, you can also notice I plotted out this trend line, so I can know if the market has done any breakout. So now I could spot a breakout from here, a clear breakout. It broke out and closed outside that zone. Heading down to the daily time frame. Now there's a breakout. Now we are to bring in the breakout and retest strategy or method. But this is it. I will not just jump in and enter for a sell here. I would wait for the market to break and retest. This is what we call a retest, meaning since it has broken out, it should come back and retest this zone. Now I would have said this zone, but there is an FVG at this level, the fair value gap, which I feel the market, or which I'm expecting. I think I'm not supposed to use the word feel, so I'll use the word which I'm expecting, because you don't trade what you feel, you trade what you see, what your analysis tells you, what it shows you. So I'm expecting the market to come up to this zone, fill this gap, fair value gap, and drop down to the downside. So this is what I'm looking out for on the the GBP AUD, sorry. So if you go down to the half 4, you can also still see it clearer from here, and we've also seen a lower high, lower low. There's another lower. This one, it created a double top here, which is now a resistance. There's a resistance at this top, and there's also another one here, which means this one is lower than this one. So I'm still looking out for the markets playing into this zone and going to the downside, but I'm not taking any action unless I see something that matches my strategy before I go into the market. But for now, this is what I'm saying. So now the next one on my watch list is USDCHF. USDCHF. Okay, from my previous analysis, USDCHF is still doing well, still playing well, I think I was on this trade, but I think I got out. Around here. But it's still playing out. If I'm to adjust it from here, I think it's still pretty going well, and this is the zone I'm expecting it to respect. Since it came here, now came here, so this is the zone I'm expecting it to react to. This is where I'm expecting it to react to, this zone here. So if it doesn't react to this, it gets to this, but I'm expecting it to react to this zone, bounce to the downside, then over to the top. But I'm also bullish on this on the USDCHF. It's also bullish on this pair. I think for now I'm still bullish on this pair, but overall is on a downtrend with what I can see. Overall is on a downside, so possibly we might now get something like this, but for now I'm still okay. Let me take a screenshot of this. Let me take a screenshot of a download of this. So for now I'm still a little bit bullish, but it's on an overall down trend. Okay, so the next one we'll be heading into is USDJPY. USDJPY. And also we can see from here, I think all the JPY pairs has for over a week or two now created. I've been having this FVG. Let me see. Okay, it's even more than a week. It's more than a week. It created that FVG at that level. Okay, so on the weekly it's not showing. We can only see it at the 4 hours TF, which is time frame, which is it we have here. So there is this theory, should I call it a theory, that market always comes down to fill an FVG, which is a fair value gap. It will always come down to fill it. So for now, I don't know when, but I know for sure the market will come back here to refill this FVG. I was actually looking out for the market filling it last week, but I mean, it's the market. It's not my father that owns the market, so the market just does its thing. It might choose to even fill this gap by next year, but we just know it will fill it. So I think on my other, I think on the this is FXCM chart on my Wanda. I think I have pending order at this FVG zone. So when it comes into that zone, triggers me and goes to the upside. That's what I'm also expecting it to do. But for now, last week market broke out of this zone, out of this level with this long, strong bullish candle. So I'm expecting the market to come back and do a retest on this level, on this zone here. So I'm working on catching both the down move before it triggers this main entry, which I'm targeting just 1:3. That is it, guys. I mostly go for one. Most times I put out a long uh, position telling you I'm aiming for 1:8, 1:11, but my main entry on my main account, I go just for 1:3, 1:2, because there's an account I'm actually growing, which I'm trading for. I will not say an investor, but that account is actually 1:3, and also some prop firms too that I trade. So it's just 1:3, 1:2, and I'm done for that day. But I have other accounts that I hold those trades for longer. But my basic trade entry model is 1:3, 1:2, depending on what the market gives me. But that's what I'm aiming out for in every trade. So the next one here is Euro JPY, and now we also have JPY in this pair, which means it also has an FVG on this level. Like I said, all all JPY pairs are having this gap. It actually created this gap. So now you will notice last week JPY fell to this zone, and I was able to spot out a trend line where the market has been respecting so far. So this is what I'm looking out for. If the market comes, bounces on it, but it hasn't bounced, what it just did there is I can see series of wicks, candle wicks at that level. Let's head down to the H1. Now there's series of wicks, candle, I think 2 week candles here, and also short buy candles, bullish candles there. That's series of long candles. But this market is not actually printing what I'm okay with. So I would be patient, see what it does, possibly falls down to that zone, this level, falls down to this level, shows me what I know or what my strategy shows me, and possibly to this side, and I'll look out for entering around here. If it doesn't, then the next entry I think will be here, because I am actually seeing another block at this level, which I'll be looking out for the market also breaking here, breaks here, retests, and falls to that zone. Now I cannot say if it comes here it might definitely fall back to this zone. It might just come here, respect here, and go up to the upside, and maybe by whenever time it wants, it comes down to the test here, or it might possibly come break this zone as if it didn't even see it and drop to this level. But either one it does, we'll still sit on our hands and wait for the market to print out what we know. Now the next one is the DXY, which is the dollar index. Recently I think the dollar started doing what it does best, but I'm still looking out for the dollar to fall, even though I know the dollar started gaining strength recently. But this is why I'm looking out for the sell on the dollar. There is a resistance at that zone, with what I can see, and from here there is another block which has been filled here on this resistance zone, and it got to that level and started um, showing us this sharp strong sell candle. So if it pushes down, then the opening of the next sell candle is where I would enter my trade, possibly looking out for it to drop down to this level, to this OB level. So that's it. And if you look at it, I think if I should adjust it to this level, I'll have something like a 1:3 that I always look out for, fall to this level, 1:3. So if it sells in that manner, all USD pairs will actually sell also, and I think the gold will actually need to buy, because once the dollar is selling, the gold is buying. The gold is buying, the dollar is selling. So let's head to the GBPJPY. GBPJPY. Like I said earlier, also we are still having an FVG on the GBPJPY. Now, it's not advised you trade all the JPY pairs. You should just pick one and trade, because they mostly move in the same way most times. So you are just to pick one that you know your strategy has given you a confirmation, then you go into it. So this one The market came down to this zone, respected this zone here, this zone, and head back to the upside. Now this is what I'm looking out to see. I'm looking out for the market to come back to this zone, which clearly I'm not seeing a clear reasons why it should come back, but I just know once the market opens, it needs to come back to get liquidity before moving to its main direction. So the whole thing is the market to get here, pick liquidity and head to the downside. Or if it doesn't get there, I look for a clear breakout of this support level. I think it was a resistance turned support. So if I can get a clear breakout from this support and a retest, then I'm joining it to the downside and my stop loss above this previous structure. Then I aim for 1:3, and that's my lookout. And on this previous one, I missed this entry on this trade. It didn't get to my zone, but it was close to it. Then it jumped to the downside. So I'm still also bearish at the moment, just a short bearish trade to the FVG zone. So these analysis have been showing us there is no 100% strategy, but I want us to use a proper risk management. So if it doesn't go your way, you still have capital to go in for the next trade. Now, a good trader is not known by one trade. It's known by series of trades, 10 trades, 20 trades, 30 trades. So for this reason, the best thing you would do to keep you in the game is to limit your losses. Use proper risk management, calculated risk management. So your capital can take you to take series of trade. That's when you can now track your profit. If your strategy is profitable or not. You can't just know that your strategy is good with just 2 trades, 2 losses or 3 losses. You have to give it time to play out. Yes. So the next one we're having here is the Euro USD. Did I take Euro USD trade this week? Yes. Last week? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. And yes, I did. Now, this trade didn't go well. It gave me, let me see, it gave me 1:1.7, and even though I was online, I would have taken my profit here, but I knew on this trade I was at break even. So the next one was I was looking out for the market to come in here and tap into this zone, this OB zone right here, which it tapped in, respected it for a short time and broke to the downside, which I am seeing if we would adjust it to the downside, there would be a zone there which I'm able to plot out. Yes, there's a zone here. There's a support zone here. There's a support level there, which the markets broke all this one and tested. Now, my main trade here is the market pushing to this upside, pushing to the upside. Before I even settle on that, let me run the top down analysis. Top down analysis is our friend, so we know where the market is going to and where it's coming from. Now we can see another key support at this level. Sorry, key resistance. I'm sorry guys, key resistance at this level. Then we have major supports at this level. Support at this level. And with what I can see, the market It's kind of on a downtrend because it's a series of lower lows and lower highs. But if I'm to adjust it here, I'm seeing a breakout. But let me not go with this. So since this is not clear to me now, guys, this is how I do my trade. If it's not clear to me, then I stay out of the market. That's what I do. I stay out of the market. From that angle, I stay out of the market. But from the daily and the 4 hours, I'm expecting the market to drop to this zone. Since it has broken out of this zone, if the liquidity it got from here is not sufficient for it to push this market to this level where it can take out these guys and now drop to this downside like this, and now drop to this downside, then it will just drop, it will just do like this, possibly drop to this downside, but for now, if the market doesn't play into this level as I'm expecting, then I'm not entering this. I just wait for it to get here. Then if it shows me like a W pattern or a pattern I'm familiar with, then I can join to the buy side. But if I don't see that, then I'm not trading the Euro USD. Okay guys, have a blessed week ahead. Have a nice trading week. If you have any question, drop it on the group and we would respond to you. And also I will be working on a risk management uh, uh, should I call it a training or a lecture. I'll work on it and I will drop the video for you guys so you know how to run your risk to reward, how to know how much you are risking and how much you are looking out for. Just a simple risk to reward management, and how to manage your trades and manage your uh, your capital. See you guys in the next lecture. Thanks guys.